A great day to one and all. Welcome to the March 2024 Philippine Licensure Examination for Teachers Review for Mathematics Majors, Set 5. I am Mr. Kim J.C. Ensho, and I will be your discussant for today. Before we start the review, let us all be reminded that we are in the most holy presence of God. Lord God, Heavenly King, Father and Lord, we praise, adore, worship, glorify, and love you. Thank you so much for all of the grace and blessings you have given us, and we are sorry for all of our trespasses. Please bless us all in all of our endeavors. We ask you that you provide us with all of our needs and guide us all also in our daily lives. All of this we pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, good evening po sa ating lahat, and I hope that we are all set. So I will be discussing or tackling with you set 5. And I believe that you were forwarded with a quizzes containing another set of 40 items. And our task for tonight po, is to discuss the solutions and the answer for those 40 items. I hope you have the copy of the questions with you. And let's see, let's hope na sana po ay marami po tayong nakuhang tamang sagot. And hoping that this will also be a learning experience for all of us. So I hope that we know our directions, write the letter of the correct answer, or shade the letter, I mean. And if the correct answer is not found among the choices, we have to shade E. For the meantime lang po muna, ha? And I believe that we are ready. So let's do this. Let's go. Let's begin with item number 1. Simplify the given expression, exponential expression, 6a squared b times negative 2a cubed b to the 5th. Did you go for letter A, B, C, or D? Check nyo po yung choices. Okay, according to Sir Kevin, letter C daw. And same answer was given by Ma'am Jackie Lu, Ma'am Margo, Sir Sadie, Ma'am Aporto, and the list goes on. So tama nga ba si C? So if you multiply them or if you take their product, we actually multiply their numerical coefficients. So 6 times negative 2 is negative 12. If you have a squared times a cubed, if you multiply expressions having the same base, we copy the common base, which is a, and you add the exponents. 2 plus 3, that's 5. And if you have b times b to the 5th, the exponent of b here is understood to be 1. And 1 plus 5 is 6. So that's why the final answer here is negative 12a to the 5th, b to the 6th. Letter A. And it's also good that according to Sir Kevin, since choices are different, kahit coefficient na lang computent. Exactly, no? So from the given choices, parang siya lang ata yung may negative 12. So letter A po yung tamang sagot. Good start. Number 2. By inspection, determine whether each percentage is greater than, equal to, less than, or less than and equal to the base. 100% of 0.12. Is it A, less than, B, equal to the base, C, less than and equal to the base, or D, percentage is greater than the base? Yes po, letter C po yung number 1, Ma'am Jackie. Okay. So ano pong sagot natin sa number 2? D raw. Okay. So take note po, ha. Ano po yung base natin sa number 2? 100% of 12. Ano po yung base dito? The base is, di ba? If we have percentage problems, the base is usually after the word of. And from here, 100% of 0.12. So dahil ito yung direktang after ng word na of, meaning to say, 0.12 is our base. And if you have 100% of 0.12, then Your base is 0.12. And 100% of that, when you convert 100%, no, it's actually equal to 1. And 1 times 0.12 is still 0.12 because any number multiplied by 1 is equal to itself. So you see, 0.12 po yung percentage natin. Because to compute for the percentage, we multiply the rate and the base. So you see, 0.12 pa rin po. So we could see that percentage is equal to your base. So the correct answer here is letter B. So careful po. Careful po. Letter B. Okay. Baka nalito po yung iba. I hope na hindi po. So careful po ha. Baka kasi yung thinking ng iba is, hala, decimal siya, di ba? Pwede bang maging base yung decimal? Yes, why not? Pwede po. Okay. Number 3. What is the third side of the triangle if B equals 47, C equals 58, and capital A is equal to 63 degrees? Is it A, B, C, or D? Take note po ha, that if we name a conventional triangle, no, a capital letter is known to be the angle. So kapag capital po siya, ang angle po yan. Pero kapag small letter naman po, it is the side opposite of that angle. So it's understood that small letter B is the side opposite of angle capital B. Small letter C is the side opposite ng angle C. And let's see your answer. Okay, may sumagot ata ng letter C. How about the others po? Aha. Letter C rin daw. Actually, ito po yung itsura niya. No? So, side A is opposite angle A. Side C is opposite angle C. Side B is opposite angle B. And you could see po, no? Ito po yung hinahanap natin. Yung yung side BC, which has small letter A as variable. If you could see, no, we have we have side, angle, side format. And if we are looking, and if you are given SAS or side, angle, side, then the law of cosines is applicable. Be careful po. Dalawa lang po yung pwedeng application, no, o pwedeng paggamitan ng law of cosines. It's either SAS or SSS. Given yung tatlong sides, that's SSS. Or given yung two sides at isang included angle. So, cosine law po, which is in this case, A is equal to the square root of B squared plus C squared minus twice the product of these two sides and the cosine of the angle between them. So by substitution po, A is equal to the square root of 47 squared plus 58 squared minus twice of 47 and 58 of their product of 47, 58 and cosine of 63 degrees. And if we use our calculators, you will actually get an angle, a side length, which is approximately 55.66. So if you answered letter C, congratulations. Very good. So careful po ha, for cosine law, SAS or SSS lang. Number 4. If f of x equals 2x minus 3 and g of x equals x squared minus 1, find f of x. Did you go for option A, B, C, or D? Okay? Okay, so we have letter C daw, according to 3 of your friends here. So kapag sinabi po natin f of x, it actually means that the entire f here, which is 2x minus 3, will be substituted to the variable of the entire f. That's why, yung g po ay hindi po natin pwedeng gamitin dito kasi wala pong g na function. So, yung x nito ay papalitan po ng 2x minus 3. That's why, ito po yung nakikita nyo, twice of the quantity 2x minus 3. But still, minus 3 pa rin. Kasi nga itong x ay pinalitan ng 2x minus 3 lang. And by distribution, 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. And you still have the minus 3 here. And combining like terms, yung negative 6 minus 3 is negative 9. Hence, the correct answer is letter C, 4x minus 9. Thank you and congratulations sa lahat ng sumagot ng letter C. Good job, everyone. Number 5. How about this one po? Mukhang marami yata makakakuha ng mataas na score ngayon. Gusto ko to. Number 5. The first angle of a quadrilateral is 50 degrees. The second is twice the first, and the third is equal to the second. What is the fourth angle of the quadrilateral? Is it 108, 110, 111, or 109? Okay, many are convinced the letter B. Let's see. So, yung first angle po natin ay 50 degrees. Sabi kasi sa problem, yung second angle ay twice the first, So, 2 times 50 degrees, ibig sabihin yung second angle is 100 degrees. Nakasaad din po sa problem that yung third angle ay equal sa second angle. And since yung second angle ay 100 degrees, so yung third angle po natin ay dapat 100 degrees din. And to get remember, the sum of the four interior angles of a quadrilateral in a Euclidean plane is 360 degrees. So to get the fourth angle po, kailangan po natin kunin yung sum ng first three angles. So 50 plus 100 plus 100, which is 250 degrees. At subtract po natin siya sa total na 360 degrees. And that's 110 degrees, letter B. Ayos. I hope na nakuha po natin. Salamat po. Next. If x plus 1 over x equals 3, what is the value of x squared plus 1 over x squared? Did you go for A equals 7, B equals 8, C equals 9, or D equals 10? Sige, tingnan po natin. Ano kayang sagot nyo dito? Letter A daw, sabi ni Sir Kevin. Okay. And it so happened also, if you don't mind po, ano pong ginawa ninyo? Okay, can you, to all of you, what did you do, So just give us a brief description kung ano pong ginawa ninyo upang makuha yung sagot sa number 6. Okay? So I'm excited, upang malaman kung anong technique kaya yung ginawa ninyo. Okay, nag-caltech daw, sabi ni Sir Kevin. Okay. Nag-trial and error daw. Okay. Siguro yung iba, yung ginawa ng iba is hinanap talaga yung value ng x, So, marami po, yes, exactly, Pero in my case po, hindi ko po hinanap yung value ng x kasi nagmamadali po tayo, So, may technique po ito. Ang technique po is yung first equation, yung both sides ng first equation ay square po natin. Tandaan, whatever, to maintain equality, we could square the left side and the right side at the same time. So, to square a binomial, to square a binomial first, you square the first term. So, square of x is x squared plus twice the product of the first and the second. That's why I have 2 times x times 1 over x plus the square of your last term, the square of 1 over x is 1 over x squared, equals the square of 3, which is 9. That's why yan po yung equation natin. Now, tingnan nyo po yung second term ng left side. Ano po yung simplified form ng 2 times x times 1 over x? 2 times x times 1 over x. Tama, 2, di ba? Kasi this, assuming na x po is not 0 ha, the product of a number and its reciprocal is equal to 1. So 2 times 1, magiging 2 na lang po yan. So that's why you have x squared plus 2 plus 1 over x squared equals 9. And since by subtracting both sides by 2, we get x squared plus 1 over x squared equals 7. That's why the correct answer po is letter A. So you see, no? Hindi ko po hinanap si x, but I know the value or the solution to this problem. I hope na nakuha po natin yung explanation. And take note, kung may tanong po, huwag po kayong mahiya. Number 7. Determine the percentage. The rate is 200%. The base is 30. Ano po yung percentage? Is it 60, 2,400, 360, or 120? Okay, letter A daw, 60. And 60 is percentage is base times rate. But your base is 30, your rate is 200%. And to convert rate, remember, you could express the percent either as fraction or decimal. And to convert to decimal, for example, all you have to do is divide this by 100%, no? Or simply move the decimal point 2 places to the left. So 200% is actually equal to 2. And 30 times 2 gives you 60. So letter A po ang sagot dito. Very good. Number 8. The intersections of sets A and B is defined. Sorry po, no? So, baliktad po ito. Saglit lang po, ha? Okay. So, if A is a set containing A, B, C, D, E, and B is a set containing A, C, F, G, find A intersection B. Okay, letter A daw. So, to make the long story short na lang po, when we speak about intersection, ito po yung list ng mga element na common sa dalawa o higit pang sets. So, ano pong common sa kanila? Tignan po natin. Merong A ang dalawang sets na to. Meron silang C din also. No? So, ang common po ay A at C. So, A intersection B is this set. No? So, letter C yung tamang sagot. Okay. So far, so good. Number 9. If f of x equals 2x minus 3 and g of x equals x squared minus 1, find g of x. Which of A, B, C, or D ang sagot natin? Sa number 9 po. Okay, letter C daw. Ano po bang ibig sabihin ng g of g? Ibig sabihin po nito, di ba, yung entire g na function, yung entire g of x po, ay isa-substitute po natin sa x ni g of x. So hindi po natin gagamitin dito yung f of x, although given siya, kasi g of x yung given. That's why yung x na to po, yung x na to, ay papalitan po yan ng x squared minus 1 sa kabuuan. That's why you have x squared minus 1 quantity squared minus 1. And the square of this binomial is x to the 4th. Diba? Square the first term, x to the 4th. Twice the product of the first and second. 2 times x squared times negative 1 is negative 2x squared plus the square of the last term. So that's plus 1. You still have the minus 1 here, and 1 minus 1 becomes 0. So all you have left is x to the fourth minus 2x, 2x squared. And I agree with you, Ma'am Jackie Luno. So the entire domain of g of x is also g of x. So letter C ang tamang sagot. Good job. I hope na masustain po natin ito. Number 10. The sun po yan, is approximately 1.44 times 10 raised to 11 meters from the Earth. If the light travels 3 times 10 raised to 8 meters per second, how many minutes does it take light from the sun to reach Earth? Is it A, 20 minutes, B, 28 minutes, C, 8 minutes, or D, 10 minutes? Okay? Huwag po tayong mahiya na ilagay yung sagot natin. Letter C, ang sabi ni Sir Sadie at saka ni Ma'am Jackie Lou, ni Ma'am Shenny as well. And of course, no, to do this, all you have to do is divide them. To determine the time, you have to divide the distance by the rate of light, of the rate, no, ng light. So this is that's why we have 1.44 times 10 raised to 11 meters divided by 3 times 10 raised to 8 meters. So I just cancel the meters. So remember, if you are dividing expressions having the same base po, kinokopya lang po natin yung base, no? At saka sinasubtract yung kanilang exponents. So from here, 10 raised to 11 divided by 10 raised to 8 ay magiging 10 cube po. And I just used our calculator na lang. That's 1.44 times 10 cube divided by 3. That gives you 480 seconds. No, hindi ko na po nilagay yung unit. But of course, a minute is 60 seconds. So dividing 480 by, and remember, to convert a smaller unit to a larger unit, divide po natin siya. So 480 divided by 60 is 8. Hence, it takes 8 minutes for light from the sun reach the Earth. Letter C. 11. Use absolute value notation to describe the given situation. The distance between x and negative 2 is 4. Okay, check po ninyo. Saan po sa A, B, C at saka D ang tamang sagot? So saan kaya dyan? Okay, I see that some of you answered letter B. Okay, may sumagot naman ng C. Okay, so take note po natin. Let's see, tama nga ba yung B or C or wala sa inyo? Tandaan po natin that the distance denoted by D here between 2 points A and B on the real number line is actually equal to the absolute value of the quantity A minus B. Pwede ring absolute value of B minus A. It doesn't matter, basta merong absolute value symbol. No? This works on a real number line. So by substitution po, if A is the first point, which is x, and B is the second point, which is negative 2, and we know that the distance between them is 4, so that becomes 4 is equal to the absolute value of the quantity x minus negative 2. And minus negative 2 is plus 2, so yan po yung kalalabasan niya. 4 equals the absolute value of the quantity x plus 2, and clearly, it's letter C. Okay. So thank you po. I agree, no? Thank you po, Sir Kevin, and to everyone who commented their answers. Tama man po kayo o mali, I really appreciate the effort po. No? Yung mahalaga po ay natututo po tayo. Thank you. 12. Lynn Santos is paid a salary of 5,000 pesos per week plus 10% commission on a net sale over 50,000 pesos. What is her gross wage if her weekly net sales is 70,000 pesos? Did you go for 4,700, 7,000, 5,000, or 2,000? All right. Letter B. We'll see kung tama nga ba yung B. So to do this, she will get 10% commission on 70,000 minus 50,000, which is just 20,000 pesos. Nagtatanong ko, sir, bakit ganyan? Di ba? Nakasaad po sa ating problem. It states that she will get 10% commission on those sales that are above 50,000 pesos. So it means na kapag yung kita niya, yung sales niya ay if it's lower than 50,000 pesos, wala siyang commission. Yung sobra lang sa 50,000, yung merong 10% commission. So with that, 20,000 po yung may commission siya na 10%. And ano po yung 10% ng 20,000? That's 2,000 pesos. And dahil ito yung matatanggap niya, remember may matatanggap po siyang 5,000 per week, di ba? Plus 2,000 pesos na commission for that week, ibig sabihin po nun that all in all, she will receive 7,000 pesos for that week. Letter B. So, good job guys. Laban lang. Push natin to. Good thinking. I hope na nakuha po natin. At kung mayroong tanong, huwag po kayong mahiya, ha? 13. The number of subsets of set A with n elements is defined by 2 raised to n. If A is a set containing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, find the number of subsets of A. Did you go for 32,000, 20,000, 16, or 10? What do you think po? Ano po yung n natin dito? Okay, A daw. Okay, our n here is 5. Kasi nga, A has 5 elements. And so substituting n as 5, so 2 raised to 5 is equal to 32 subsets in all. Letter A. This 32 consists of subsets containing no element, 1 element, 2 elements, 3 elements, 4 elements, 5 elements. So 32 po yan lahat-lahat. Letter A. All right. Number 14. If f of x equals 2x minus 3 and g of x equals x squared minus 1, find g of f of x. Which of A, B, C, or D is your answer for number 14? Okay. Okay, let's see if you got it. 4 daw, letter B daw kasi mahaba. Charot, ay grabe siya. So when we say g of f of x po, it means that the entire f na 2x minus 3 ay i-replace po natin sa x ng g. That's why yung x na to, kopyahan na natin to, pero yung x niya ay palitan natin ng 2x minus 3. That's why you have 2x minus 3 quantity squared minus 1. And if we square po no, yung 2x minus 3, the square of this is 4x squared minus 12x plus 9. Pero meron pa kung minus 1 dito eh. And 9 minus 1 is 8. So this simplifies to letter B, which is 4x squared minus 12x plus 8. So dahil mahaba, tama po siya. Hindi dahil siya yung pinakamahaba, but dahil siya po yung kinalabasan, no? Kung isi-simplify po natin. At saka tama yung process natin. Okay, letter B. If you got B, be happy. 15. In 3 dimensions, where where is the point located if x equals y equals z equals 0? Ibig sabihin po, lahat yung x, y, z ay 0. Okay? We call that? Very good. We call that the origin. In fact, no, in 3 dimensions, the origin has coordinates 0, 0, 0, and is the intersection of the 3 axes, no? The x-axis, the y-axis, and the z-axis. B. Great job. 16. It costs a ladies bag manufacturer 400 pesos to produce a ladies bag that sells for 550 pesos. How many ladies bag must the manufacturer sell to make a profit of 60,000 pesos? Did you go for 400, 150, 250, or 200? Okay. 400? Okay. Ang tanong ko po, ilan po yung kita niya per bag? For every bag na mabebenta, ilan po yung kanyang profit? Tama, I agree with you, ma'am and sir, no? Yung kita niya kada bag na mabebenta ay 150 pesos. Okay? So, the profit per bag is the difference of the selling price and yung capital per bag. So, 150 pesos po yan. Pero dahil gusto niyang makasell ng makabenta, makaprofit ng 60,000 pesos, so dapat divide niya, and at bawat bag, 150 yung kita niya, so 60,000 divided by 150 gives 400. Ibig sabihin po nito, kailangan niyang makabenta ng 400 bags para yung kanyang profit, all in all, will be 60,000 pesos. Letter A. So far, so good. 17. I hope na sakto lang po yung bilis natin. I hope na hindi po ako too fast, no? Thank you. And if I am, just let me know po. Annual interest at 8% for 3 months on 6,000 pesos. This is understood, by the way, to be simple interest for this context. So, ilan po or magkano yung interest at 8% for 3 months on 6,000? Oh my. Okay, B daw na 120. Tingnan natin. So, interest, simple interest equals PRT, di ba? So, but remember po natin ha, your principal amount o yung ininvest mo ay 6,000. Yung rate ay 8%. So, converting that to decimal, that's 0.08. Pero careful po. Sa formula na to, it's understood that your time is in terms of years. Dahil 3 months po lang yung given, we know that 3 months is just 3 out of 12 or 1/4 of the entire year. Kaya times 3, 12 po. Okay? That's why multiplying everything gives you 120 pesos. Letter B. Okay? I hope na clear po. 18. So, I believe tama po ang karamihan sa atin dito. The set A, by the way, Q is a set of rational numbers, no? The set A, that is the set of rational numbers, comma, under multiplication, is not a group. Which of these properties was violated? Is it A, closure, B, associativity, C, existence of identity element, or D, inverse property? By the way, itong apat na ito po yung apat na properties ng isang group. No? At kapag may na-violate kang isang property, automatic, hindi na group yung set with a certain operation. Okay? It is what? Q po is a set of rational numbers. X po dito is multiplication. It's like the set of rational numbers under multiplication. Is it a group or not a group? Okay? So the correct answer here is, ang tanong, actually closure property is satisfied. Bakit? If you multiply any two rational numbers, the answer is always rational. So closure property po ay satisfied. Kasi kahit anong rational numbers, yung i-multiply mo, rational number talaga yung makukuha mo. So nasatisfy po yung closure property. We know that ordinary multiplication of rational numbers is associative. In fact, multiplication of rational numbers is always associative. No? So nasatisfy din po yung property na yan. Next, ano po yung identity element ng multiplication? What's the identity element of multiplication po? What number is that? Okay, 1, tama. And is 1 a rational number? Is 1 a rational number? And the answer is yes, of course. All integers are rational numbers. And take note, however, inverse property is not satisfied. Bakit? Kasi, ano yung inverse? No? Kapag sinabi po natin inverse sa multiplication, reciprocal po yon. Ang tanong, lahat ba ng rational numbers ay merong reciprocal? Because we are talking about multiplication eh. Lahat ba ng rational numbers ay mayroong reciprocal o wala? Wala, di ba? Hindi lahat. Hindi po lahat. Zero. Remember that zero is a rational number. Pero wala pong reciprocal ang zero na rational number. Di ba? Kasi kapag ni-reciprocal mo yung zero, magiging for example, 0/1. Magiging 1/0, which is no longer a rational number. Kasi bawal pong magkaroon ng, if you have a denominator of zero, at saka yung numerator mo ay non-zero, naku po, undefined po yun. That's why wala pong lahat ng rational numbers ay merong reciprocal except zero. That's why since hindi po lahat merong inverse, so inverse property is not satisfied. Letter D po yung tamang sagot. Na-violate po natin yung inverse property. Okay. 19. 4 out of every 5 households have cell phones. If 10,000 households in a certain barangay have cell phones, how many do not have cell phones? 7,500. B, 2,000. C, 9,500. D, 7,000. Okay? Letter E daw. Wala raw tamang sagot dyan. Okay, let's see po. So from here kasi, no, if we let X to be the number of households, so 4/5 of X, saglit lang po ah. So it's stated in the problem that 4/5 of them, of the total number of households, do not have cell phones, and it's known to be 10,000 of them. So 4/5 of X is 10,000. So with this, multiplying with this, no, that becomes 4/5 times x, which is 10,000. Multiplying both sides by 5 gives you 4x equals 50,000. Dividing both sides by 4 gives you 50,000 divided by 4, which is 12,500. And what does this mean? That there are 12,500 households in that area or in that barangay. But since 10,000 households ay merong cellphone, it means that 12,500 minus 10,000 is equal to 2,500 have no cell phones. And since 2,500 is not one of the choices, so letter E po yung tamang sagot. 2,500 po. Okay? So, I hope na nakuha po natin yung explanation. Thank you. 20. Find the amount and compound interest compounded quarterly in 5 years on 20,000 pesos at 8%. Take note, compound interest formula po ha. Did you go for A, B, C, or D? Sa problem na to. B raw? Okay. We'll see. I hope you could still remember the formula. P sub F equals P sub O equals 1 plus R over S raised to ST, where P sub F is the future value or the final amount. P sub O is the original amount or the principal amount you invested. R is the interest rate. S, no? If annually, S is 1. If semi-annually, S is 2. Quarterly, S is 4, and so on. And the T is the time, which is in years. So sabi po kasi sa problem, nag-invest ka ng 20,000 pesos at 8% compound interest compounded quarterly for 5 years. So P sub O is 20,000. R is 8% or 0.08. S is 4. Kung ano po yung S dito, din kanya dito po sa taas. So 4 raised to 4 din. Type to 4 rin dito, raised to 4. And time na 5. And if we use our calculators for this, you will get a value that's approximately 29,000 po ito. 29,718.95, letter B. Okay, so thank you. And many of you got it right. All right. More to go. Let's have item number 21. Perform the indicated operation and reduce to lowest terms. If you have a squared minus 1 all over a cubed plus 1 divided by a squared all over a squared minus a plus 1. Saan po sa A, B, C at saka D ang sagot natin? Okay, we have A from Ma'am Margo Kim Santos. And the list goes on, no? Same with Ma'am Jackie Lu as well, and many more. Now, so remember, I hope you could still recall, no? If we divide fractions or if we divide numbers, the one here is your dividend, and this is your divisor. And with such, no? To divide fractions, we copy the dividend first and multiply it with the reciprocal of your divisor. So here, its reciprocal is a squared minus a plus 1 all over a squared. And the one on top here po, this is a difference of two squares. And this is factorable as a minus 1 times a plus 1. And the bottom of this one, the denominator, is a cubed plus 1. A cube plus 1 is a sum of two cubes. And to factor a sum of two cubes, you get first the cube root of the first term. Cube root of a cube is a. Cube root of 1 is 1. Then from here, square the first term, that's a squared. Multiply a and 1, that's a, but the reverse the sign, so minus a. Then plus the square of the last term, which is 1 squared or plus 1. Then I just copied your divisor here. Why? Because you could see clearly, no, na yung dito, kapag take note na dapat multiplication yan dito. A squared minus 1 is you have a factor in the numerator and denominator. So this will be divided into 1. A plus 1 and A plus 1 also becomes 1. And what is left is A minus 1 all over A squared, letter A. Good job. Maraming sumagot ng A. 22. Express Z as a function of X and Y if Z is directly proportional to the product of X and Y. So, check nyo po, saan sa apat ang tamang sagot? Letter C daw. We'll see. Now, so this is read as proportional to, okay? So Z is proportional to the product of X and Y. It's understood to be directly proportional. Kung directly proportional po siya, sa numerator lang ilagay, okay? Pero kapag indirectly or inversely proportional, sa denominator po ito ilalagay. Okay? And we don't know yet the constant of proportionality to make this relationship possible. Let's denote that by C. And the proportionality symbol becomes equals now. Hence, the equation is C equals C xy, where C is the constant of proportionality. Letter C. Rate 1. Next. 23. Evaluate dy over dx when x equals 2 for y equals 8x minus x cubed. Is it 8, -4, 4, or 0? dy over dx, by the way, means the first derivative of your function. Letter C? Okay. So if you take this one, no, y equals 8x minus x cubed, we can utilize, remember, if you have a polynomial function, to get its derivative, you can use term by term differentiation. The derivative of 8x is 8. Bakit? Di ba? Understood na 1 po yung exponent dito ng x. I will just use a shortcut, ha? Yung exponent ng x dito ay 1. 1 times 8, that's 8. At saka isa-subtract mo natin ng 1 yung exponent ng x. This is x raised to 1 minus 1, which is 0. And x raised to 0 is equal to 1, no? From assuming that x is not equal to 0. So 8 yung derivative nito. Ito naman, understood na 1 yan dito eh. 1 times 3, that's 3. X raised to 3 minus 1, 2. So your dy over dx, or your derivative, yung derivative naman ng y with respect to x is dy over dx. From here, knowing that x is 2, by substitution sa right side, that's 8 minus 3 times 2 squared, that's -4. Letter B. Wow. So far, tama po si Sir Sadie at saka si Ma'am Jackie Lou. All right. I hope na naintindihan po natin, no? I hope na nakuha po natin yung solution. 24. Point P with coordinates -3, -4 is on the terminal side of angle theta in the standard position. Find tangent theta. Is it 4/3, -3/5, 3/4, or -4/5? Trigo. So, in this case po siguro, no? In this case, it would be helpful to locate first -3, -4 in the Cartesian plane. Saan quadrant po yung makikita? Yung -3, -4. Saan quadrant? Okay, 4 daw. Quadrant 4 or quadrant 3? Remember, both of them are negative, and if both of them are negative, it should be located at the 4th quadrant. So, assuming that this is the point -3, -4, so connecting or drawing the horizon, the vertical line, and let's connect the endpoint to the origin. This is you have a right angle here. This is your triangle. So, di ba, x ito? Ito yung y. So ito yung negative 3, ito yung negative 4. Take note, nilagyan lang po natin ng negative yan because in the third quadrant, both x and y are negative. And di ba, tandaan po natin that tangent theta, this is your theta, no? Tangent theta is equal to opposite, di ba, TOA, so katoa. Opposite over adjacent. So yung opposite dito ay negative 4. Yung adjacent ay negative 3. And by substitution po, magiging negative 4 over negative 3 which simplifies to 4/3. So tama nga naman po yung letter A, 4/3. And tandaan po natin that tangent is positive in the first and third quadrant. Okay. Thank you po sa lahat ng nag-comment. 25. Find the area of the region bounded by the curves y equals x squared and y equals x. Is it 1/6, 1/2, 1/3, or 3/4? Anyone? Letter C daw? Yata sure, may question mark. May sumagot naman ng letter A. Letter A, may sumagot din ng B, no? So take note, if you are going to determine the area bounded by curves in the Cartesian plane, so this now illustrates what? The concept in integral calculus. Okay? So bakit ganito? Sige, explain ko po muna. So yung upper function po natin ay, di ba, yung common sa kanila kasi, yung intersection ng y equals x squared at saka y equals x ay at x equals 0 and at x equals 1. Saglit lang po. And you could see from here po, no, na yung intersection po, ito po yung line na to, yung green, yan po yung y equals x. At saka yung parabola naman na po, na ito ay y equals x squared. And you could see that their x coordinates intersect when at x equals, at x, when x is 0, and when x is equal to 1. And from here, no, you could draw a vertical strip. At saka, di ba, kapag ito po yung hinahanap nating area. At saka, if you have your vertical strip, di po ba, you subtract the upper function, yung sa taas, minus yung sa baba. That's why you have x minus x squared. And the limits of integration are the x-intercept, are the x's where the two graphs intersect. So at x equals 1, up as the upper limit, and x equals 0 as the lower limit. And by integration po, di ba? The integration of x is x squared over 2. Yung integration naman po ng x squared ay x cubed over 3. Kasi kapag nag-i-integrate po tayo, ina-add po natin yung term-by-term integration of polynomials, no? For this case, ina-add po natin yung exponent ng 1. So, it's understood na yung exponent nito ay 1. 1 plus 1, 2. At kung ano man po yung exponent, yan po yung magiging denominator ninyo. So dito, 2 plus 1, 3. Dahil 3 yung exponent, i-over 3 mo din. And this time, this will be evaluated with the upper limit equals 1 and lower limit equals 0. To do this, you can use your calculator nyo. Substitute nyo po yung x values ng 1. So we have 1 squared over 2 minus 1 cubed over 3. And subtract it with the value of this function when x is 0. So 0 squared over 2 minus 0 cubed over 3. And using your calculators, that simplifies to 1/2 minus 1/3 or 1/6. Letter A. So sa lahat ng A, good job. You got it right. Tama po kayo. Next item. Yes po. Ano po yung question natin? Okay. How about this? Perform the indicated operations and reduce result to simplest form. Okay, take a look at this expression at the left. This one, the sum, divided by this. A daw. Negative letter A daw so far. Okay, the list continues. We'll see kung tama yung A. So from here, no, I suggest it would be better if we simplify first muna, we have to add these two first, no? So yung ginawa ko, in this one, this x squared minus 1 becomes x minus 1 and x plus 1. Finactor lang siya. And take note, ha, if you are dividing by this, it's the same thing when you are multiplying with its reciprocal, which is 1 minus x all over x cubed. Okay? Ano nangyari? Next is, dito kasi, no, notice nyo, x minus 1 at saka ito naman x squared, x minus 1, x plus 1. What I did was, the LCD ng dalawang to is x minus 1 times x plus 1, di po ba? So nag-multiply dito po, wala pa siyang x plus 1 sa denominator. So in this, nag-multiply po ako ng x plus 1, both numerator and denominator po niya. Okay? So from here, what I did next also is, dito, sa 1 minus x, I factored out negative 1. And 1 divided by negative 1 is negative 1. Negative x divided by negative 1 is x. And I just copied the rest. From here, so I multiplied the 2x and x plus 1, and that resulted to 2x squared plus 2x. Okay? And I copied the rest also. And ano yung next, no? Notice nyo, similar fractions na po itong dalawang to. And to simplify or to add similar fractions, we copy the common denominator and add their numerators. So 2x squared plus 2x plus x squared, combining like terms gives you 3x squared plus 2x times this one. It's understood the negative 1, so negative na lang. And by the commutative property, this becomes x minus 1. Also, what's next is that from here, finactor ko po yung numerator ng first fraction. You see, ang GCF po dito ay x. So, lumabas po yung x. And what's left inside the parenthesis is 3x plus 2. And I copy the rest. May makakancel po ba tayo? Yes. That is, yung x over x cubed magiging x squared sa denominator. Yung x minus 1 divided by x minus 1 makakancel din. And what will be left is this, which simplifies to negative of the quantity 3x plus 2 all over x squared times x plus 1. So this is letter A. Good job. Okay. Magaling. 27. Perform the indicated operation and reduce results to simplest form. Xy cubed over y squared divided by x squared z. Okay, what do you think? Letter A daw. We'll see. So from here, no? What I did was, of course, you're dividing by this. So we multiplied by its reciprocal, which is 1 over x squared z. Makikita po ninyo, no? So, minultiply ko muna lahat. Tapos ito, minultiply ko din. Magiging xy cubed all over x squared y squared z. And you see, from here, x over x squared, may natitira ka pang x sa denominator. Y cubed over y squared, may natitira ka pang y sa numerator, isa. at saka yung z will still be in the denominator. Letter A. All right. 28. Find the distance between points -3, 2, and 5, 3. Is it square root of 45, 55, 65, or 56? Anyone? Letter C. Well, okay, let's see nga ba ay tama o baka meron kayong tama. Let's see. So, recalling, no, ito po yung distance formula natin between 2 points. If you have 2 points, x sub 1, y sub 1, and if you have another point, um, x sub 2, y sub 2, ito po yung distance formula natin. So with this, if we have -3, 2, and 5, 3, negative, if this is x sub 1, -3 is x sub 1, 2 is y sub 1. 5 is x sub 2, and 3 is y. Sorry, 5 is x sub 2, and 3 is y sub 2. By substitution po, ito ay magiging 5 minus -3 quantity squared, which by the way simplifies to 8 squared. 3 minus 2 quantity squared, which simplifies to 1 squared. And this becomes 60. The radicand simplifies to 64 plus 1. So which is square root of 65 units in this case. Letter C. All right. 29. So far, I'm happy, no? Because so far we are getting good, majority of us are getting correct answers. X squared plus 2x minus 3 all over x squared plus 7x plus 12 times x plus 1 times all over x squared plus 4x minus 5. So this one involves factoring. What do you think is the correct answer here? For number 29. Okay, letter A daw. Are we convinced with letter A? We'll see about it. So from here, this is already multiplication of two rational functions. And yung numerator po ng first fraction could be factored as x plus 3 times x minus 1. Yung denominator naman po niya ay x plus 3 times x plus 4. I hope na na-master po natin yung factoring natin ng ating polynomials. Yung x plus 1 naman, it's already simplified, so just copy it. At saka yung denominator naman niya could be factored as x squared plus 4x minus 5. Ano po ba yung pwede nating ma-cancel o ma-divide sa both numerator and denominator? Both of them, pwedeng x plus 3, di ba? Ito. Ano pa yung pwede? Yung x minus 1. At yung matitira sa itaas ay x plus 1 at saka yung sa baba naman ay x plus 4 times the quantity x plus 5. So letter A pa rin po yung tamang sagot. So far, Ma'am Jackie Lou and also Ma'am Rosman got it right. 30. AB and BC are chords in that figure. If arc AC is 110 degrees, what is angle ABC? Did you go for 35 degrees, 50 degrees, 55 degrees, or 110 degrees? Okay, 110 daw. Angle ABC po yung hinahanap natin. May sumagot naman ng letter C na 55. Okay, let's see. Careful po ha, tandaan po natin. This is an angle ABC is an example of what we call inscribed angle. An inscribed angle, if you have a circle, no? When we say inscribed angle, it is the angle formed by two chords that meet, of which, no, two distinct chords whose vertex is a point on the circle. So ito po, no, angle ABC is an example of an inscribed angle with angle B is the vertex. And meron po tayong theorem that the measure of an inscribed angle is 1/2 the measure of its intercepted arc. Therefore, ito po yung intercepted arc niya na 110 degrees. At saka yung measure nito should be 1/2 niyan, which is 55 degrees. So angle ABC is 55 degrees. Letter C. All right. Okay, 31. Perform the indicated operations and reduce results to simplest form. Okay. Parang medyo mahirap na siya ng konti, no? Because normally, it's a bit more difficult to factor quadratic trinomials kapag yung leading coefficient ng bawat ng trinomial ay hindi 1. So it so happen also, no, lahat ng leading coefficients dito ay puro 2. So sige nga, check natin. Ano po yung sagot ninyo dito? Okay? Okay. So with this, no, this one could be factored as 2x minus 7 times x plus 2 all over 2x minus 5 times x plus 1. Yung sa ikalawa namang fraction, it's 2x minus 5 times x plus 2 all over 2x minus 7 times x plus 1. And you could see po, no, ano po bang common sa kanila? Yung 2x minus 7, cancel, or when divided becomes 1. Yung ano pa? Yung x plus, yung ano pa? Meron pa ba? Yung 2x minus 5 din, no? So, that's why yung natira ay x plus 2 over x plus 1 times x plus 2 all over x plus 1. When simplified, no, when you multiply two fractions, multiply numerator to numerator, so x plus 2 times the quantity x plus 2 is x squared plus 4x plus 4. And yung denominators naman nila have a product of x squared plus 2x plus 1. So meron pong tamang sagot, and that is letter C. Okay. So iba po yung choice C kanina. So again po, no, sa pag-copy-paste po siguro. But anyway, thank you po for raising that concern. 32. Which of the following is a form of a linear equation in one variable? Is it ax plus b? B, ax squared plus by squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0. C, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Or D, ax plus by plus c equals 0. Okay, many of you answered letter A. And if you answered letter A, you are actually correct. In this context po, it's understood that A and B are coefficients, no? A is the coefficient of x and B is a constant. Letter B is the equation of a circle in general form. Letter C naman po ay isang quadratic equation. Degree, when we say degree, the highest exponent, if you're talking about one variable, no, it's the highest exponent. If you have two or more variables, so it could be the highest exponent, or sa isang term, sum siya. Kung mayroong isang term, for example, na combination ng x at saka y, so it's the sum of the exponents. Letter C is degree 2. Letter D is degree 1 also. However, Yung letter D kasi dalawa yung variables, X and Y. So we'll go with letter A. Okay. Many got it right. Congratulations. A for Andrea Brillantes. Ay, grabe siya. Di pa kayo nakamove on sa Katnil? Okay. 33. What's the area of an isosceles triangle with base of 2 meters and a perimeter of 12 meters? Did you go for 2 square root of 6, 4, 2, or 6 square root of 2? Wow. Many answered A. Let's see. So, dahil 2 yung base mo, it's understood na rin po, no, na yung dalawang sides ay equal. So, 12 minus 2, that's why yung sum ng dalawang equal sides ay 10. So, 10 divided by 2, so 5, 5. This is 1, this is 1. Let's draw also the altitude from the vertex angle. Let's call this H po muna. Okay? So, this altitude drawn through the vertex angle is also serving as a median. Dahil dyan, no, as an altitude, by the way, it forms right angles. As a median, it divides this side into 2 parts. And you could see, no, that this one, this is a right triangle with legs 1 and H, and its hypotenuse is 5. By the Pythagorean theorem, that's 1 squared plus H squared equals 5 squared. No? So that's 1 plus H squared equals 25. Subtracting both sides by 1, you get H squared equals 24. And taking the positive square root of both sides, or the principal square root, it should be plus minus square root of 24. But for the meantime, let's take only the positive value kasi the height in this case cannot be negative. Kasi wala namang negative na height dito. No? So that's simplified to 2 square root of 6. Yan po yung height natin. However, this is the height now. To get the area of a triangle, no, we use the formula 1/2 base times height. So 1/2, base po natin ito, which is 2. Yung height po natin ito, which is 2 square root of 6. So 1/2 times 2 times square root of 6 simplifies to 2 square root of 6 meters squared. Dahil nga yung 1/2 at saka 2 ay magiging 1. So 1 times 2 square root of 6 is 2 square root of 6. Letter A. Okay? 34. Find the exact value of 10 squared minus 9 squared plus 8 squared minus 7 squared all the way until 2 squared minus 1 squared. Did you go for 40, 45, 55, or 65? Please comment your answer. Okay, sabi ni Ma'am Jackie Lou, it's 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 all the way until 3 plus 2 plus 1 daw. And let's see, remember that x squared minus y squared is equal to x plus y times x minus y. No? For example, if you have 10 squared minus 9 squared, x here is equal to 10. The y here is your 9. By applying this principle, it becomes 10 plus 9 times 10 minus 9. So if we use a similar context, no, if we will be pairing them like this. So ito, I group them. The next two terms, group them. The next pair group, fourth pair group, all the way until the last pair, group po natin. Magiging ito po yung itsura niya. 10 plus 9 times 10 minus 9. 8 plus 7 times 8 minus 7. Plus all the way until 2 plus 1 times 2 minus 1. Lahat po ng mga minuses magiging 1. Notice nyo po, 10 minus 9, 1. 8 minus 7, 1. 2 minus 1, 1. So na yung natira, I agree with ma'am, no? Na magiging 10 plus 9 plus 8 plus 7 all the way to and 1. And basically, it's just the sum of all integers from 1 to 10. And remember, meron po tayong formula, number of terms. This is an example of an arithmetic series, no? Arithmetic siya kasi meron siyang common difference na -1. Okay? Diba? To get the sum, just divide the number of terms, which is 10, by 2. and multiply it with the sum of the first and the last term. And that becomes 10 over 2 is 5, 10 plus 1 is 11, and that's 55. Letter C. Great job. Okay. 35. An alternative method is this one, no? Oh, sorry. This one's different. Sorry. Find the distance between the line 3x minus y equals 0 and the point 2, -4. Okay. Ay, okay. Thank you po. Noted po, Sir Habana. So next time siguro po, no, we will send also the PDF file para ma-compare natin. So, gaano kalayo yung 3x minus y equals 0 and the point 2, -4? Okay, letter B daw. Let's see. If you have a line and a point not on a line, the formula for the distance between them is D equals the absolute value of ax plus by plus c all over the square root of a squared plus b squared. Dito po, yung x, yung a and b are the coefficients, no, dito. So yung a is 3 here, yung b ay -1. Okay? Yung c po natin dito, it's understood na 0 po yan. Okay? So yung x naman ay 2 at saka yung -4 siya yung y. So by substitution, that's 3 times 2 minus 1 times -4 plus 0. Understood na po yung c ay 0 eh. Plus 0 yan dito. All over the square root of 3 squared plus the square of -1. This, by using your calculator, that's 6 plus 4 all over, that's 10. All over the square root of 9 plus 1 or square root of 10. Simplifying this gives you square root of 10 units. Letter P. Very good. Next. (36) The approximate shape of the Earth is it a sphere, a circle, a cone, or a cube? I think someone told me before that this is an actual item daw. I'm not sure. Approximate shape of the Earth, it's more of letter. Of course, I hope that you would agree with me, no? Flat sana kaso A na lang yun. Ay, grabe siya. Okay, so it's more of a sphere. Actually, no, it's more of an oblate spheroid. But among the choices, I believe that sphere is the closest. A circle is a two-dimensional figure. Our world, the Earth, is a three-dimensional figure, so we will not choose circle. It's more of a sphere, particularly an oblate spheroid. Okay, letter A. 37. If A and B are positive integers such that A plus B equals 10 and A squared minus B squared equals 40, what is the difference of A and B? Is it 9, 10, 3, or 4? What do you think? Okay, may mga theory na flat ang Earth. Yeah, I can't blame you. Meron nga, no? There are some what we call flat earthers who believe the Earth is flat. So what's your answer for 37, by the way? Maybe yung iba dito nag-trial and error. I'm not sure. Maybe yung iba hinanap yung actual value ng A at saka B. Okay? You don't know? Letter D daw, 4. So ito po yung ginawa ko. Check nyo po. Knowing, di ba sabi dito A plus B is 10 and A squared minus B squared equals 40? Remember that A squared minus B squared, yung sa left side po, simplifies, di ba? This is factorable as A minus B times the quantity A plus B equals 40. Di ba? However, tingnan nyo po. Di ba? Dito meron kang A plus B. Pero ano po yung value ng a plus b? Based po sa ating given, it's known that a plus b is equal to 10. That's why I copy the a minus b and replaced a plus b or substituted a plus b by 10. And what do you get is, I mean the product of a minus b and 10 is 40. Dividing both sides by 10, we get a minus b equals 4. Letter V. Okay? So, yeah. So you see, no, in this case, hindi ko po talaga hinanap yung actual value ni A at saka ni B. Basta yung alam natin yung difference ng A at B ay 4. Wala rin siya sa quizzes. Okay. Oh, sige po, we'll try our best next time to improve it. 38. Samantha laid tiles on the floor. She began with one square tile at the corner of the rock. She then added 3 tiles to form 2 by 2 tiles. And then 5 tiles to form 3 by 3 tiles square. She continues in this, the whole floor. She continued this until the whole floor is covered. Lastly, she adds 25 tiles. What is the size of the floor? How many tiles? How many square tiles? 166, 168, 167, or 169? Okay, D daw, 169. Okay, so actually, di ba una, 1 plus 3, tapos 5. You are actually adding here 7 next, no? You are actually adding a series. You are having odd numbers, no? So until the last time that you have 25. So if you could notice, if you could check on your own, no? There are 13 odd numbers dito. 25 is the 13th odd number, and you are going to get the sum of the first 13 odd numbers, positive odd numbers. And remember, this is still an arithmetic series dahil nga meron kang common difference na 2. So that's number of terms divided by 2 multiplied by the sum of the first and the last terms. 1 plus 25, which is 26. So you have 13 times 26 over 2. The 26 over 2 simplifies to 13. So 13 times 13 or 13 squared gives you 169, letter D. That's why, no, I agree, no? This is actually an arithmetic, the terms of an arithmetic progression or sequence. Okay? At meron po tayo mga formulas for arithmetic sequence series also. 39. What's the area of the circle with equation x squared plus y squared equals 4? Is it 2 pi, pi, 4 pi, or 5 pi? Letter C daw, 4 pi. How about the others? Okay, sabi niya standard form daw ito no, ng circle. At saka radius natin daw ay 2. And take note po natin ha. Ito po yung equation of the circle centered at the origin. That's x squared plus y squared equals r squared. Dahil yung given equation po natin ay x squared plus y squared equals 4, it follows na 4 is actually our r squared, right? Pero tandaan po natin that since r squared is 4 and we know that the area of a circle is pi r squared, then we will just replace r squared here with 4. So that's pi times 4 or 4 pi square units. Letter C. Okay, so far, I'm very happy. Let's have one more for tonight, for today. The surface on the Earth between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle is called what? Is it a plane, a circle, a cone, or a zone? What do you think is the correct answer? Letter A daw, plane. Okay. B daw, zone. And the correct answer here is dan 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 dan. Zone. Letter D. Why? When we say plane, it is actually a flat surface. No? But in this case kasi, yung region na yon, particularly na kapag nandyan siya sa globe, hindi yan flat sa globe, no? As a model. So a circle naman is a set of points equidistant from a point called center at hindi po yan circle, no? Ang cone naman is a type of space figure having a circular base and it has one vertex. When we say zone, it's any 5 of the great divisions of the Earth's surface with respect to latitude and temperatures po natin. So letter D ang tamang sagot. So good job. With that, that ends our review for tonight. TYBM, thank you very much and a great day to one and all.